Good morning, children. Welcome to economics class. See, in the last class we completed 6th chapter. Let us move on to the next topic, Indian economy. In this lesson, we'll be learning about the current status of our country and the current status in respect of our features, how are we different from the other countries, and with respect to the natural resources, whatever the infrastructure that are available in our country, and how far we are better with our infrastructure, and what is our status with respect to all the other countries of the world. And apart from that, we'll be learning about the contribution of various economic thinkers who have a few years back itself, after the independence, the major thinkers have what is their contribution towards our economy, and in judging what will be India in the future. We'll be learning about that. Now, before going to that, we need to understand the meaning of growth and development. See, a country's growth is usually, how is it measured? See, for example, if an individual's growth, an individual is starting his profession at the age of 23 or 25, and at the age of 50, when we are measuring the growth of an individual, how are we normally measuring? We are normally measuring with the amount of money that he is earning. That is one of the biggest criteria that is used as an indicator of growth. So like that, a country's economic growth normally is usually measured by national income. This national income is indicated by gross domestic product, which we might have learned right from 9th standard. We have been learning this, and not only that, we have learned this topic under the heading of national income in second lesson. Now, what is GDP? Normally, GDP, it is the value of all the goods and services that are produced in a year, giving money value, monetary value to all the goods and services that are produced in a specified period of time. Normally, the specified period will be a year only. And the level of economic development is measured using GDP, not only by measuring GDP, because every time you cannot say that money is a measuring rod for our growth. Apart from monetary terms, there are certain other measuring rods which specifies our growth aspect and development aspect. See, the Indians, the citizens, the increase in the citizens' quality of life or their well-being is also taken as a measuring rod to see the growth and development of a country. Like that, how to measure the quality of life or well-being of the people? See, we have got certain indicators or indices to measure that, such as Human Development Index, that is HDI, and Physical Quality Life Index, and Gross Happiness Index. There are three measuring rods to measure the well-being or the quality of life of people. In this lesson, we'll be learning about these three also. First, let us learn about Gross National Happiness Index, GNHI. Because we'll not be learning in depth about this. The other two parameters we'll be learning in depth. About Gross National Happiness Index, this is a small paragraph that we will be learning in this lesson. This term, Gross National Happiness Index, it was coined by the Bhutan king, the fourth Bhutan king. He only designed or coined this name and gave the concept of Gross National Happiness Index. His name was Jigme Shinge Wangchuk. Okay, quite a difficult name only. Please underline these. Jigme Shinge Wangchuk. It was coined in the year 1972, because all these are new concepts which are brought into our studies. This is an indicator which shows the progress of a country. This progress, it measures a sustainable development. Sustainable development means a gradual growth only. You call it as sustainable. You don't have to grow very fast and then show a very big fall also. That is not called as sustainable development. The country has to gradually grow from first level to second level. This gradual growth, you call it as sustainable development. Apart from that, environmental conservation. See, you have to grow not by spoiling your environment or degrading your environment. See, the environmental conservation also should be there. Protection of the environment also should be there. Apart from that, you have to promote culture also. Whatever is your culture, inherent culture in that society has to be promoted also. You have to work for the promotion of your culture. And apart from that, there should be good governance also. Good governance means what? Good administration. A sound government also should be there. All these parameters are taken to find GNHI. What is GNHI? Gross National Happiness Index. Let me recap it once again. This concept was coined by the fourth Bhutan king. His name is Jigme Shinge Wanchak. It was coined in the year 1972. It indicates what all? First thing is, it indicates the progress of what? Sustainable development. Apart from that, environmental conservation, then promotion of culture and good governance. These four parameters are taken for measuring the gross national happiness index. Now we'll be learning about how this economic development is taken as a criteria for classifying the countries of the world. See, based on the level of development, economic development, countries could be classified into two categories. One is developed countries, the other is developing countries. Okay, under the which all countries do you call as developed countries? The countries which are very much industrially developed, which uses all their resources very efficiently. The resources are not wasted. It could be natural resources, it could be capital resources, it could be human resources. All these resources are utilized in a very efficient manner. Efficient manner means what? Are put to the best use, not exploiting, are taken to the best use, at the same time conserving the environment also. Apart from that, which reaps a high per capita income. The countries which are industrially developed, which utilizes their resources to the efficient extent, and apart from that, which has got a high per capita income. Such countries are called as the developed countries.